What's up, otakus? It's your tour guide here, and I'm actually not feeling all that great. I think I came down with something. I don't know if it's allergies or if it's not COVID. I just tested this morning. I felt really awful this morning. I didn't go into worked from home today. Again, tested, turned out to be negative, so I don't know if it's a head cold or if it's allergies, but I'm gonna get to bed soon. I just thought I'd put together a little fun video, just get it out while it's fresh in the head, and I mentioned before I was gonna do like my best Catwoman covers. I thought I had more Catwoman covers to feature, but actually I don't, so it's going to be the top 8 Catwoman covers in my collection. We'll get to what those books are in just a moment. Stay tuned.
For number 9, we have Batman Catwoman, issue number 8, the variant cover now. This is not the comic book, but it's a print of the cover, the variant cover. Again, Batman Catwoman number 8. Print, we have this one signed by Jim Lee. And this is number 9 on my list. Signed print, but it's a cover nonetheless. Cover to Batman Catwoman number 8. Look who's hiding in the Christmas tree. Joker. That's the funny. And then there's also a reflection here in the Christmas light. Not sure what that's supposed to be. Just a funny cover. Alright.
Okay, so we're starting here with number 8. This is Batman 613. Great cover by Jim Lee. In fact, there are a lot of Jim Lee covers here on this great Hush run. Here we have just a great picture. I mean, just Batman and Catwoman alone would have been great on this cover, but we also get this great sort of poster shot. Harley also pointing a gun, so you know she appears in this issue. Poster child for crime. Just a fun Harley cover. Not so fun for Catwoman. Looks like she fell off and lost one of her lives, but yeah, great cover. Alright, moving on, we've got number 7 on our list is Batman 611. And Welcome to the Jungle. This is just a great, beautiful cover. Sort of Catwoman wrapped in ivy. And the Batman there in the background. Silhouette of the cape. Just a great creative cover by Jim Lee again. There's a lot going on in these covers as well. The cityscape in the background, the intricacy of the vines. I'm sure there's an image in there somewhere in the vines. Let me know if there's something I'm missing on this cover. I'm sure there's several images there in the vines somewhere that I'm just not catching. Beautiful. Jim Lee, again, all the covers in this run are just amazing, but some of these, like this one, and some of the other ones featured on this list are just really top notch. And speaking of top notch, we have the second print of Batman 619. This one is just a great. It shows all the villains here, Batman versus all the villains as chess pieces, with the Riddler controlling and moving all the pieces. So just a great dark cover. Now, when I got this cover, I did remove the 25-cent sticker that it came with, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to remove it so cleanly. There are some, I guess, just minute little residue slash pull, sticker pulls there. I'm not going to go into it, but it's basically this one from an 8.5, and due to that, it's probably an 8.0 copy now, probably a 7.5 even. It's a pretty significant little mistake there, but either way, this is just a beautiful cover. One of my favorites, and again, just a great shot. Now, Catwoman is on this cover. She's right there, posing, along with, I think that's supposed to be Batgirl, and then that's Poison Ivy, some of the other villains that were featured during this run, Harley, Joker. Just a fun variant cover to 619. Alright, moving right along. Now, this is a key Catwoman's Feet. This is actually significant. It's a major Catwoman book. This is her first solo story where they just focus on her as the heroine, or I guess the anti-heroine, Queen of the Underworld in her first solo story. So yeah, just a key book. This is a pretty decent grade copy. I would put it in the 8.5 range for sure. Maybe 8.0. There's a little bit of rub here. This definitely needs a clean and a press, but it's a nice looking book. And again, Batman 332, the first Catwoman solo story featured separately. And so this, I believe, it's kind of under the radar. It's around a $15 value book, but I guess for, Catwoman fans, or fans of just significant sort of milestones in Batman books. This is not a first appearance, but again, the first solo story featuring Catwoman in comics. So, pretty neat thing to have. And again, not a great cover outside of Catwoman being right here in the corner. That's pretty much what we're looking at. That's just a great little bottom third of the cover, and then the rest we have, Talia always in the background. Is she gonna help, or is she gonna hurt Batman? What's the deal? And she ends up probably helping him in this one. She's always got a thing for Batman. All right, moving on. This is a great key and cover as well. It's Batman 609. Just a beautiful cover of Poison Ivy and Catwoman there, right next to Batman, who's defenseless. It's kind of tied up. And this is the first appearance of Hush in the run, so it's a key book. But I just like the subdued, green tones and all this. Just a beautiful illustration here. A lot of detail in the vines and the cape work here at the bottom. And again, the great characters here. The female characters just toying with Batman. Helpless Batman. Great cover. Girls Night Out, 609. All right, this next one is, yeah, I mean, I love this cover. It's just an amazing cover. And like I said, I have a pet cat, so whenever I look at this cover, I just kind of, it reminds me of my pet cat. Her name's Noir. Noir has green eyes, she's a black cat. And this image of Michelle Pfeiffer, the homage to Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman, is incredible. Yeah, it's an art germ variant cover, and yeah, I think it's one of his best works. Just for the image itself, you got a lot going on in that background. This has a real element of photorealism to it. Beautifully put together piece. And that's the thing about digital techniques. You know, it's taking cover art to a whole new level, and you know, it's really bringing out not only just the quality of the image, how real it looks, but just all the shading and the subtle, you know, light bouncing off the suit, all the textures in the suit, all the textures in this back wall here, and of course just the spacing, you know, the foreground in focus, the background out of focus, and so you just get that sort of photorealism really playing through. Just a brilliant cover, and really this could have been number 1 on the list, but we decided to put it number 3 because we've got 2 other very notable books, and this is number 2. Catwoman 51, Attic Muse. Yeah, I mean, it's just an incredible color for all the reasons that art germ cover is great. Same reasons here, but here you just got a great image of Catwoman in her, you know, she's being booked by the Gotham police, so this is her, yeah, police file photo. And you get a sense of her height as well, right? And just a beautiful image. She's got the mascara running down. You don't know if she's crying or if she's, you know, kind of conjures up that look what the cat dragged in kind of image. You know, looks like she is not happy to be in police custody, but looking very, very, very sexy. It's a very sexy cover. You know, sexy Batgirl cover. All right, so now we're going to get to the number 1 comic in our Catwoman cover in my collection, and that is Batman 50, the Jim Lee variant. I can't say enough about this cover. It's just that. So we know this issue is where they're supposed to get. It's their wedding day. Catwoman ends up getting cold feet and leaves Batman, Bruce, at the altar. And yeah, this image just captures everything. Like the great, you know, the great affection they have for each other, but also, you know, just the fact that both of them deal with darkness and sadness, and you know, that their inner lives are a storm. Just so many metaphors in this cover. It's just beautiful to just look at. And yeah, I love how Jim captures the emotion just through their side profiles, and you can tell they're both torn. They're both emotionally torn, and there's that great little Joker image there in the goblins. Just a lot of things going on in this cover. I love the way he's caressing her face there, and she's got the claws, on his cape, and just an great intimate moment. And so, this is just one of my favorite Jim Lee books in the collection now. I just, the image is great. It's on par with some of my other favorite Jim Lee covers. And it's surprising to see such an image come out as a modern book. Generally, I try to take my time with modern books, but what I'm really loving about this particular cover and others that have been released recently, such as like the Justice League, Justice League of America, or Justice League variant covers, the Scott Snyder run, is just how amazing the cover art is. Meaning the inking, the coloring. These covers are just absolutely beautiful, Like you compare them to covers in the past, they're just so much more vibrant. The art pops. It's just so much more detailed in all the lines and the shading, and not just on this cover, but in all the sort of the more modern Jim Lee covers. It's like putting his great artwork under like an improved filter. I feel like. Now, don't get me wrong; these covers are amazing. But at the end of the day, a cover like this, to me, where it's still hand, paper to pen, paper to pen, pen to paper, pencil to paper, and then pen to paper, and then ink to paper, color to paper. That process, and I know these are digital. They use digital techniques and shading now, even on these old school covers, which is I think what makes them a little bit more visually appealing than in the past, and cleaner, just a whole lot cleaner. But still, it's not one of these things where it's like flawless. Like this looks like it looks like a photo, but this still looks like comic art. So just showcasing some of the different styles and techniques of artists these days, and the great quality coming out on comic book covers. And I can see why people just go crazy over variant covers. For me, I've been resistant to picking up modern books because I saw the variant covers as a gimmick, and I still think for the large part they are gimmicks. But in terms of images, a lot of these modern images are just as compelling as classic images from the past. Excuse me, still not feeling good. But anyway, that's my list. The top 8 covers, Catwoman covers in my collection. Hope you like this short but sweet video. And again, stay tuned for more comic haul videos. I am planning to visit my local comic shop with some money. Gonna hit the 25-cent bin, see what we can find. And then also hit up, once I finish up there, I'm going to hit up, with whatever I have left, I'm going to hit up some other comic shops, see if we can pick up any key books. I think I'm going to end up having a budget of like $15 to $17. If I wait till the end of them, to the beginning of next month, I'll have potentially $23 to $25 to spend. So with being housed, it's like only like a week or two left. I am gonna just be patient and pool next month's sort of money that I have left, which is $8 because I spent into next month's budget actually. So I only have $8 for next month's budget. But combine it with like the $15 I have now, potentially I have a couple more dollars that I could add to that. We're looking at $25, which means I can potentially get 100 comic books from Ancient Comics, like a whole little short box full of, and we'll see if I don't know if I'm gonna get 100. I'm gonna have to really dig to find 100 books, but who knows, we could just go completely spec and pick up every copper, sort of bronze and copper book we find in the boxes, and I'm sure we could find 100 of those, and I would be happy to add a bunch of older comics like early copper, late bronze, to my collection, so that could be a possibility. Or just pick up, the Jim Lee books that I'm looking for, and maybe get a couple like more expensive key books. We'll see. Just stay tuned for that. And again, thanks for watching and enjoying Catwoman. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.